My name is Rich Saichi. I'm the CEO of Big Town Concrete, located here in Dallas-Fort Worth, the largest concrete construction market in the U.S. So when you talk about, concrete and slag and the combination, you're talking about Dallas-Fort Worth. We're looking at about 17 million cubic yards per year. I always like to say about Dallas, it's the 15-year-old boy of concrete. It never stops eating. It just goes all the time. So when we talk about concrete here, it's interesting. A lot of people pose questions to us as ready-mix producers about projects. Hey, are you focused on the project? What do you think about the project goals? What do you think about the project specifications? Interestingly, I'm going to give a very bold answer. I don't care about project specifications or project goals. What I care about is customer goals, customer specifications, because those are the people that buy concrete from me. So when we talk about improvements to concrete, partnering with vendors and suppliers to make the concrete better, I'm making it better for my customer first and foremost. And so to me, slag is one of those very unique products that, in combination with other materials, makes me, as a concrete producer, deliver the best quality product I can to my customer. And I think a lot of people forget that because they keep thinking about the food chain. Contractually, I have one obligation, that is to my customer. I don't know what their customer wants from them or their customer's customer wants from them. So when I try to improve something, that's my number one focus, improving it for my customer. So when a group like Saki USA approached us a couple of years ago and said, hey, we have slag. I said, slag, wait a second. Slag's been around a long time. If you go to the Midwest or the Northeast, this is common there. It's not common where we are down here in the South. And it hasn't been because we don't have, say, a lot of the raw sources that generate slag. But all of a sudden now, with the way the global nature of materials are structured, we've got a great partner down there who said, we have a product and we want you to try it. And we also have had the issue on the other side with other SCMs where their volatility was all over the place, which meant volatile concrete, which meant volatile results for my customer. Availability, it was abundant, then it was in short supply. That causes problems for my customer, both performance-wise, pricing-wise, all of those things. Again, if the purchaser of my concrete wants one thing, what they want is consistency. They want consistency in schedule. They want consistency in performance. They want consistency and predictability in costs. So when we look at a material like slag, all of those play into that. I could have the best quality material, combine it with this, but it's inconsistent or it's high cost. So it's a three-legged stool that slag provides. So when they came to us, and here's the other part about this is it's from a vendor standpoint, it is not just about the science. It's about the people. I don't buy slag from Sati USA. I buy slag from their people because they are the ones who are standing up behind that product. And they, in our business, our community, relationships are everything. So they may have a great product, and a lot of people might, but they don't invest in their people to have those relationships. Again, it's a multifaceted answer to a complex question. They've got both a product and they've got invested in people. So when they came to me and they said, hey, our relationship says, I've got something, I need you to try it. Okay, so let's do that. And honestly, 5 years ago in the state of Texas, if you had told me slag was going to be at the position it was today, I would have said, you're crazy. We've never seen that before. Now, it's being consumed in all four of the major markets and some of even the minor markets. It's being used as soil stabilization. It was kind of like, hey, 5 years ago, this didn't exist. And now it's a very prevalent and competing SCM. Now, I say SCM, it's a loose term. I know it has its own ASTM designation. I don't mean to conflate the two. But for us, the other part about it is Anybody who's ever raised children wanted them to eat their vegetables. Let's say peas, for example. But you didn't give your child a spoonful of peas on the first day and say, hey, eat this spoonful of peas. What you did is you put 1 or 2 on there and you covered the rest of the spoon with peanut butter. And then about 3 weeks later, you took a little peanut butter off and you put 3 peas on there. And then 4 peas, and then it goes. And a year later, they're eating a spoonful of peas. Yay! The other thing that I know that engineers, contractors don't like, as I mentioned, was inconsistency. So when you're introducing new products, new materials into that, you don't introduce a full spoon of peas. You introduce a small incremental amount, allow them to see the results, and then keep going from there. And over the last 2 years, that's exactly what we've done. I went from a 20% slag replacement, now I'm at 35%. And you're thinking, but Rich, the science, the technology says you could go right to 50%. Spoonful of peas. So we've seen tremendous results with our customer. Now, here's the other thing, and you're saying, well, what do those results look like, Rich? So first and foremost, we are a strength-driven market. Compressive strength controls what my customer has specified. The other thing is, no project in the history of construction has 28 days to wait for anything, particularly in a market like a Dallas-Fort Worth. We're what I like to call a 7-day market. People have the expectation of design strength in 7 days, maybe 10. So when I use something in combination with cement, slag, there's this expectation of, well, what about delayed set? What about delayed strength gain? None of those were true. The other thing I can tell you is that when we did the homework, well, Rich, you're in the biggest market in the country. You've got 12 different cement vendors coming into that market. You've got type 1L cements. You've got type 1-2 cements. Surely that creates volatility. Not at all. Didn't see any of that. Saw very consistent results. Well, what about the water demand, Rich? Aren't you going to have to add more water? Didn't see that either. Well, what about the admixture dosage? Aren't you going to? Didn't see that either. Now, wait a second. I was able to replace cement. I was able to hit my strengths. I didn't affect my water demand. I didn't affect my admixture. Oh yeah, and Rich, we didn't get that brown hazing color that sometimes we do with other SCMs. So the color was a little bit more consistent and pure. Well, you know, Rich, that represents a change. We can't do that. Well, wait a second. Didn't I just hit every one of your customer purchaser specification requirements and hit it not only out of the park, but consistently able to do it? Yes. Well, we don't use slag. Well, why not? Well, we've never used it. That's your answer? Hey, can I whisper something to you real quiet? You've been using it for the last 2 years because when you had a 3,000 PSI mix, instead of 20% SCM, I had 20% slag. And then about 6 months later, when the heat started coming up in Texas, because here's the other thing. In Texas, we have 2 seasons, summer and not summer. Slag is one of the wonderfully mitigating approaches that we have to managing temperature gain. And it's worked really well. Do I still have to use retarders? Absolutely. Do I still have to use ice or chilled water? Absolutely. But I've managed my risk better. That's all concrete really is from a true strategy standpoint, is risk management, risk mitigation. Hey, Rich, what's the best concrete you can do to manage risk and mitigate risk? I would tell you right now, today, it's using slag. I can't not use slag and not manage risk or mitigate risk the way I'm doing right now. The results are there. My customers have no issues with it. Oddly, the people that do are not generally my customers. It's people 2 or 3 links down the food chain that have no accountability for the results, but just say we can't use it. And I'm speaking directly to the engineering community. I'm speaking directly to specifiers who haven't changed a specification for 2 decades. Because the last time they used slag, it was in another part of the country and something happened 2 decades ago. And so I find that fascinating, both as a producer and an engineer, is the inability of a specifying community to use these products because they're to the benefit of everybody in the food chain. So My issue has not been with customers. My issue has been there, which is odd because the results prove all of those things to be wrong. So anyway, I can't say anything more positive about our partners, Sati USA, their materials. And again, I am trying to achieve a result for a customer, and I can't do that consistently. I can't do that as a company and be profitable without the partnership of slag cement being part of my daily production values and approaches.